Hey guys, my name is Darenk and welcome to my Beorning's tutorial series. So what I want to do here is just 5 to 10 minutes clips and explaining and talking about different aspects of the Beornings. Just so you guys have a heads up and know what to do once you guys hit 100. Today we're going to talk about weapon legacies, because it's the first thing I ran into trouble when I hit 100, is what kind of legacies I want on my weapons. Normally I check that in the Lotro store. And you can go to legendary items. Lotto store is always so slow. Go to legacies, and then pick what you want: primary, major, primary, minor. But for some reason, the Beornings legacies are not in the store yet. So all you find is the majors or minors from the other classes. So we can't check out here which ones we want, which ones are out there. And then, the other way you could check is you could just get enough weapons so you see all the different majors. That would take a lot of work, and you're not guaranteed that you find them all. So somebody in the forum, by the name of PK Christian or so, did all the work for us. He made a post, and the last it's updated is build 3, so the beta build 3, which is pretty recent. And I tried to find and double check, and so far all the values are still accurate. So let's just talk about it real quick. The weapon majors. So we have thick and hide duration up to plus 10 seconds. If you want a tank on your Beorning, I think this is a must-have. If you look at it, thick and hide reduces all damage taken by 60%, and you get a 1% heal. 1% of maximum morale heal each time you get hit. For 10 seconds, so that will be 20 seconds then. It's a no-brainer. If you tank, you want that. Which probably means that you need a tank secondary weapon. B-swarm damage, up to 10% plus 10% damage. It's okay. I don't think it's necessary. B-swarm is not your high-hitting skill. It's just there to put a debuff on guys. The minus 15% physical mitigation if you red trade it. If you blue trade it, I think it's induction time, and then if you yellow trade it, I don't know right now. But you don't use it as a damage skill all the time. And the plus 10%, it's not a high hitting skill, so it won't do that much. You can put it on there, so it's more damage. Call to Wild duration, plus 10 seconds, I think it's a must-have. Call to Wild in red line, I think in all lines, it's the same. All skills that build RAF generate plus 5. And then all skills that do cost RAF are minus 5. So if you go in bear form, your Thrash, for example, would cost 0. Your B-Swarm would cost only 5. So you can stay longer in bear and do more damage. So I think it's a must-have. You can put it up to 25 seconds. I already have it on my weapon. So normally it's 15 seconds, now it's 25. It's pretty good. And the cooldown is 2 minutes, so it's a pretty long cooldown. I think that's must-have. Bear form damage, again, if you're red line, a must-have. 10% more damage while in bear. You do the most damage in bear. So you get plus 40%, normally it's plus 30. Now you get plus 40% more damage. Must-have if you go damage. Let's see my weapon. Yeah, I have it here. Next is execute damage, up to plus 10%. Another must-have in my eyes as redline, because you do get a lot of free executes. I know this. And execute is a very high-hitting skill. I hit for it 24,000 right now, and I'm not that great geared. I mean, my physical mastery is very low at 36,000. But it hits very well. You get a lot of free ones, so I think it's justified to put in a major with plus 10% damage. It's all the majors. There's only 5. Maybe they will add more. If they do, I will update this video. So let's go over to the minors. We have Turn the Tides damage, up to 10%. I think you can skip that one. Turn the Tides is if you skill it in red line up here. It's every time you remove a corruption, you deal damage. So it's very situational. It is a short cooldown. It deals 1200 damage. You can put it higher. I don't think it's worth it, because not everything will put corruptions on it, and it will just cost you a slot. I would skip it. Chance for attacks to return ref, you can put it up to 7.5%. I have it, I don't think it's necessary. The chance is not very high, but it's nice to get, you know, 7% chance to apply plus 3 ref. It will keep you on bear longer, some of the times. And that only applies to skills that do cost ref, like Bee Swarm. But you can get some back. I'm keeping it, but I don't think it's necessary. Bee Swarm debuff duration, I think is necessary. You can get plus 6 seconds. So your Bee Swarm, normally it's 12 seconds, now it will be 18 seconds of minus 15% physical mitigation, so you have to apply it less. It does cost 10 ref, which is a lot, so you have more ref to use your Thrash and to stay in bear longer. So I think it's a good one. I think if you go red line, you definitely need that. Vigilant raw damage, plus 10%. Again, I don't think it's important, especially red line. It's a force attack. Maybe if you go blue line, you can put it in because you're gonna use it more often. But your red line, I would skip it. It's not that much damage anyway, and it has a long cooldown, so I would skip it overall. And then relentless maul damage, 10%. That's okay. I think it's bugged right now, so it might not work in this build, but it will eventually work. Relentless maul, of course, is the AoE, so it's not a very high hitting. You hit maybe 6k, 7k on crits, but you hit it on everything in front of you, right? It has no target limit, so you can hit, you know, as many targets as you have in front of you. The range is not that great, but still it's pretty good, so you can do a lot of damage. I don't remember if I put it on. No, I didn't put it on my weapon. I think you can. I mean, 10%, if you hit 5 targets, you have, it will just be justified. So, yeah, it's worth putting on, I think. Once they fix it. This is all the weapon ones. Let's go over to the class item mages. So we have chance for bonus ref from Slam. Can get up to 10%. You're gonna use Slam a lot in red line anyway, so I put it on there. Slam only has a 3-second cooldown, and you have an 8% chance. I don't have it all the way up yet. Where is it here? Yeah, you can put it up to 10%, so 10% chance to get 10 ref, extra ref. It's not bad. That's low cooldown. I have it on there. I don't think it's necessary, but I think it's nice. Movement speed in bear form, I think is necessary. You deal your most damage in bear. You don't want to chase anything. So you want to be there fast. I think it's bugged right now as well. It doesn't look like it is applied, but it will be applied eventually. Hopefully next update. So this way, you know, if you have to chase something, you can still hit it. And you can run away, you can kite better. I think it's a must-have. As red and blue line, yellow line, doesn't matter. Healing potency, I would always put on, even if you don't technically the healer. In your self-heal, plus 10%, pretty nice, all your heals. Especially if you go support, it will be nice. I would put it in. Out of combat ref decay, right now it's bugged, it actually increases the amount you lose every time right now. Out of combat. Obviously they're gonna fix it, and then, I mean, it's okay. I don't know if it's worth a major. It's situational, I guess. If you're really fast and you run from one mob to the next, it might be nice, but it doesn't take that long to build draft, so I wouldn't use it, but you know, if you guys want to, I think it's okay. Bond of Trust heal chance is only if you support. So only if you go yellow line and you plan on healing, I would put it in. So Bonds of Trust, I do have the yellow line set up. Is right down here. So if you go in like the tier 2 and you want to heal, I think you need it. Because your healing skills have a 20% chance to restore 5% of max morale of your ally. So you normally put it on your tank, so if you're a 30k tank, that's quite a lot of healing. 20% chance is pretty high. And with the Bonds of Trust heal chance, you can get it up next to 9%, so 29% chance. So if you go yellow line, I would go for it. If you don't, you skip it. It's not worth it. Unless you go full yellow, obviously. Class at a minus, you have heart and heal strength, 20%. I mean, if you yellow line again, absolute must-have. Right now, if you red line, it will actually not increase the composure healing. So it's if you go red line and you put in composure, which I would do, it does not increase that healing. So I don't know if they fixed that or if that's intended. So I don't know. I have it on there right now because I hope that it will increase composure healing in the future. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on that. Right now I have it on me. Rush duration, it's okay. If you yellow line, I would go for it because your rush will go to your whole group. It's nice. If you do a lot of PvP in the Morse, it's probably good to have. If you just solo, I don't think you need it. Vicious claw damage, I don't know, I think that's a bug. So it says 0.02 instead of 2%. 0.02 is 2% and 0.2 is 20%. I don't know why they didn't make that in percentages. And you say Vicious Claw is you interrupt, so you're probably gonna save it for interrupts, or it could refresh your bash bleed. So you might want to use it to refresh that, but you're not gonna use this a lot. It costs 10 ref, it's pretty expensive for low damage skill. And increasing it by 20%, I don't know. I actually have it on there, but I might replace it. I don't think it's worth it. Vigilant Roar Reflect, only useful if you blue line really. So if you go blue line, your Force Taunt, which you're gonna use a lot, also has a reflect on it. 30% of damage, it's nice, you can get it up to 40%. You go blue line, go for it. If you go red line, skip it. And Crystal Fear duration, you're not gonna be plus 4 seconds. You're not gonna be. It's very situational. You're not gonna be fearing enemies a lot. Maybe in the beginning, or maybe as an interrupt. I think if you go yellow line, you can increase the fear duration by 6 as well. So you could get it up to, let's see, what are the 14, so 20 seconds. It's not bad. So you might want to think about it. I don't think it's worth it, especially if you just red line, DPS, or blue line. I don't know. It's up to you guys. Very situational. Just want to show my weapon here real quick. So, I mean, obviously you want to put your points in DPS. I put in Call of Wild, Execute, Bear Form. Then I had the Bee Swarm damage, but I decided to go for Might. I thought it was more useful. I got the chance for Return Wrath. I don't know if that's good. Maybe I should have gone for Vitality. And then I have the Bee Swarm debuff duration. And I didn't put a Crystal of Remembrance in there. I think this is good enough. And then for my class item, didn't put anything in tactical healing. I might have to make a one for support and one for DPS. But yeah, I put it in healing potencies. I don't have it all the way up yet. Healing potency, chance for bonus wrath from Slam, movement speed in bear form, which I think is absolutely necessary. And then I put another might in. I put vicious claws, which I should replace with something else. Maybe the fear duration. Maybe probably the rush duration is more useful, or just vitality. But that's up to you guys. And then heart and heal strength. I didn't put any points in it since it doesn't work right now, especially if you red line. If you go yellow line, I would definitely put all the points in there. But yeah, so it's the first tutorial video I'm putting out. I'm planning on putting out more. Just keep my eye out for it. Subscribe if you want to see when they come out, and maybe hit the like button if you like this content. And then we're gonna talk, about the different trait trees, and hopefully a tanking tutorial and stuff like this. Well, anyway, thank you very much, and see you guys next time.